Assalamualaikum and a very good day I bid to Prof. Mahmud Hassan and everyone watching this video. So today I'll be sharing on the House of Islam by Marbudok William Pickahall. So as a British convert to Islam, right, Pickahall brings an insider's understanding of Islamic culture reflected in this novel set against a backdrop of 20th century Ottoman Palestine. So this book is not merely a narrative but a profound reflection of faith and identity. So in the words of Marbudok William Pickahall himself, he mentioned in the book that man prays for evil as he prays for good, for a man is unthinking. So I believe that this sentiment underpins much of the story's exploration of human desires and divine will. So the story is rooted in socio-political realities of the Ottoman Empire. It weaves through the personal lives of political landscapes. So Pickahall writes, the Sultan's realm is a tapestry, fraying the edges, but still vibrant with the colors of its past. So we can see that, we can analyze that in the story, that it faced or reflects the challenges faced a Muslim community caught between the tradition and the change, which offers a timeless insight into cultural identity. So for the plot, the story revolves around two brothers, which is Milham Bey and Shamsuddin. So these two embody a contrasting path of the Muslim community. So firstly, Milham Bey. Milham Bey reflects ambition and pragmatism. In the book, he said that after 15 years of abstinence, now at last I am lord of something, a small thing but earnest of more to come. In contrast, Shamsuddin upholds faith and moral integrity. So in the book, he declares that a true strength of a man lies not in ambition, but in submission to the will of God. So the relationship becomes a lens of truth, which themes of loyalty, honor, and identity which unfolds in the story. So from the plot that I shared just now, there are several themes that I would like to highlight from this novel. The first one is cultural identity. So from cultural identity, you can see how Pickahall highlights the tension in Islamic tradition and Western influence, which observes in the book, which he mentioned, our ways are not theirs, to preserve them is to preserve ourselves. So that is the first one, which is cultural identity. The second theme, conflict between tradition and modernity. So as Milham, one of the characters, mentioned, in the novel, one of the notes that he wrote is, modernity promised much, but at what cost to the soul? So that is a conflict between tradition and modernity. Third one, loyalty not honor. So it is reflected in how Shamsuddin's words. He mentioned in the novel that to betray one's family is to betray one's own blood, which reflects the themes of loyalty and honor in this novel. For the theme that we can see in this novel is religious reflection. So how can we see it is through Shamsuddin's action, devotion, which he states in the novel that a life of faith is not easy, but it is only worth living. Mentioned in the novel, which reflects how spirituality is very high in this novel. Another thing worth mentioning about this novel is that about the literary style. So Pickahall combines a very vivid imaginary, right, in this novel, and introspection evident in descriptions like the Muezzin's call, rose over the hills, a song of faith defying and encroaching shadows of change. These rich narratives allows readers, especially like for me personally, to feel the complexities of Muslim identity during a pivotal historical period. In relating this to historical context, right? So the Ottoman Empire provides a poignant backdrop. So in this novel, we can see how Pickahall reflects the Sultan's dominion is not merely land, but at the hearts and prayers of his people. So it adds a context, depth of the characters and struggles of the people with governance and faith amidst the external pressures. Another thing I think worth mentioning in this novel is the legacy they carry. This is because the House of Islam transcends fiction. It serves as an advocacy for understanding Islam. So Pickahall writes in this novel that to know people, one must walk in their shadow and heal with prayers. So this book has shaped Western perception of Islam and emphasizing a shared unity and humanity between cultures. So I can summarize everything that I mentioned in the video that House of Islam blends a personal and political themes within the cultural tapestry, highlighting enduring relevance of Islamic identity. So as the novel protagonist muses, he mentioned, as the protagonist mentioned in the novel, that what is life but a vessel of faith, a thread in the fabric of a greater design. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.